What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Aces. Mike, how's it going, buddy? Happy hump day.
Happy hump day indeed, Wade. Honestly, man, crying blues, man. The week's not starting off good. Oh for freaking 4 the last 2 days. 0-1 Monday, 0-3 yesterday. Just can't find a winner. I'm like that hitter that's in a little bit of a slump here, man. I don't know what's going on. But thankfully, you've been picking up the slack for me. 7-0 last night. Top flight wagers is on a roll. Sign up now while Wade's hot. He plans on staying hot for the rest of the MLB season. But yeah, man, you're seeing it good. I need to come spend a few nights with you up there in Indiana. Maybe you'll get my head back right and picking some winners.
It's been pretty nice. Unfortunately for the show, I think our last two have been downers. We're now at a 65% hit rate, 48 and 26 on the season. So still pretty darn good numbers. And I think we've got a pretty good chance to sweep the board today. I like the four plays we're going to be giving out today, as far as giving those out on the giveaway as well, out on X later today. And I think we'll be giving out a little bonus play as well. So stay tuned for that, as that will be one of our last plays we give out. Yeah, man, starting off the week pretty good here. Nice little bounce back, 7-0 yesterday. So let's stay hot today. So what is your first play of the day, my friend?
Yeah, I'm going to get right with the strategy. It's paid off pretty well for me so far this year. This Pittsburgh Pirates unders, full game unders, been a cash cow all year long. If you took the under in every Pirates game this season, you'd be 43 and 27 for a hefty profit of over 13 units,
Wow.
mainly because they just don't score enough runs. Pittsburgh's on
Wow.
lineup's just terrible. Facing Scuball today. And of course, you and I, we all love Tarek around here because he's made us a boatload of cash the last 3 years. But how just how good is he going to deal today? Well, you check his earned run lines; it's at a half, not one and a half, a half, 0.5. So I really don't expect Pittsburgh to score even a run against Tarek, especially if he's on. That's the main reason for the handicap. I have Detroit winning the game, probably something like 5-1. Maybe Pittsburgh will get a run off the Detroit bullpen, maybe. But there's not enough good things you can say about Tarek Skubal. My goodness, the changeup is insane. Everybody talks about the sinker and the curveball and the slider, all that stuff. All that's good, and he throws about 1,000,000 miles an hour. It seems like he throws. I think he hit over 100 a few weeks ago, late in the game too. I think it was in like seventh inning. He hit over 100. But the changeup's just insane. It's 10 miles an hour slower than the fastball, but his arm action is absolutely identical. You can't tell the difference. Like if you put it up, screened it side by side, there's no way you could tell what was coming. I mean, he's just that good at deceiving the hitter. So yeah, I like this under quad bit. Andrew Haney scares me a little bit for the P Rats. Detroit, I guess, could go off on him. That's kind of a little bit of a fear here. But Haney's actually in decent form. Southpaw, they got him from Texas, I think either last year or year before last. Giving up 3 earned runs or fewer in 6 of his last 7 outings. He's in decent form. Detroit has an expected batting average at career-wise against 238 against Haney. So don't really love either team's bullpen, but with a guy like Scooble on the Hills, probably going to go 7 today. Don't think that's going to matter. So play the under 7. I typically don't like playing under 7. I like at least like under 8, but in this case, I think it's worth it. I actually set the total at close to 6, to be honest with you. So scary one, but I'm not afraid of scary unders. I think there's some value.
Yeah, I don't mind it on this low of a number. Maybe I would have to look and see what the value was on the 7.5 just to see if it's
Yeah.
worth playing. I'd hate to end on the if we land on 7 again, you're gonna have to start giving out halves on this show because this will be the third straight push.
Yeah. Bump it up to
So
maybe minus 130 or so just for a
yeah,
little,
it's
little
probably minus
extra.
135 or something. That's
Yeah.
something not so pretty. So yeah, I mean I like it. I think it's a pretty good look, especially with Scooball on the mound. I don't hate that at all. So.
Fingers crossed, man. I need a winner, Wade. So hey, let's get into yours here. I did joke off air, if things don't turn around for me soon, I'm just gonna just follow your plays every day and we'll just call it good.
Well, hopefully we can stay hot here. I think I'm just gonna piggyback off of your play. I'm gonna roll in
Nice,
my two-leg strikeout parlay here. We did
nice.
Tariq Skubal to get 7 strikeouts and Chris Sale to get 6 strikeouts. Now I'll preface this by saying we don't usually put 7 strikeouts in a parlay, at least for a normal line parlay. It's just 6 has usually kind of been the max, the comfortable play because most of these elite guys get to 6. And when you do look at games that they miss, when they do miss, they land on 6. So 6 has just always been that comfortable lock number. Um, it's just hard to not get to 7 with Scooball today against Pittsburgh, especially with it being Pittsburgh. They give up strikeouts to left-hand pitchers quite a bit. They have the last 2 seasons. And really, when you look at Scooball's baseball savant, I'm not really sure I've seen a chart look this pretty ever in my life. Almost every single one is 100% in red. If that doesn't tell you he's just the best pitcher in baseball, I don't know what is. If people think Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in baseball, they're outside of their minds. He's not close to this right now. And when you look at Chris Sale, he's kind of right there with him. Not every single chart. Obviously, his like fastball velo is down to 94 this year. It's a 61st percentile. But really, a lot of his stuff is mid 80s up to upper 90s. 94% chase rate, 92nd percent K rate for Chris Sale. So, um, pairing two guys with deadly elite strikeout stuff is always a recipe for success. Now
Yeah,
back to my write up. Um, Scooball's just one of those guys. I think we're comfortable pushing to 7, especially on a good matchup. Before his
yeah,
tough matchup with the Cubs, where he cashed 6, he had landed on 11, 12, 11, and 13 in his 4 home games prior to that. And then, like he said, now he gets a good matchup versus the Pirates, who K the third most all season and the sixth most the last 30 days to left-hand pitchers. While he had 8 on them last season, I think he can definitely get 8 to 9 today. I think he could be a play for either a straight line at 9 or 10, or I think if you wanted to parlay him with somebody else to run up one of those plus money parlays for both guys to get like 8 or 9, I think he would be one of those locks for that today.
yeah,
Chris Sale may be one of those guys you could throw in there with him and run both those guys to be 8s, um, especially with how Chris Sale has been locked in as well. He had
yeah.
9 on the Mets last season, and he amazingly has 85% K rate against Juan Soto, who is probably the Mets' best hitter at not striking out. So I
Crazy.
think in about 7 at bats, he probably has 6 strikeouts on him, which I think is pretty crazy. He has a 25% K rate to 4 hitters in this lineup, while the rest of the Mets just haven't seen him. I think Sales made it back to the top of the league with a 32% K rate and a 12 strikeout per 9 rate, which are both 96th percentile or higher. Sale has really cranked it up after a slower start to the season, cashing 8, 10, 6, and 10 in his last 4 home games, and he has cashed 8 straight, hitting 11, 10, and 8 in his last 3 games. So I just think Chris Sale at 6 is a lock against anybody, and Scooball 7 strikeouts is a lock against half of the league. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I love it. We talk a lot off air. We joke that on certain guys, there's probably what 4 or 5 guys in baseball where you can just throw the stats out the window. It doesn't matter. We're taking them every time.
Yeah, six
Scooble's one
six
of
for
them.
5 guys is
Yeah,
probably yeah.
yeah. Like Scooble's one of them, of course, and then Chris
Scooball,
Sale.
Skeen, Sale, Gore, Rodon.
This is
Yeah.
the name for this is the Cy Young parlay here. This is the
Yep.
reigning Cy Young parlay for
Now
you.
I
And
don't want to hold on. We're gonna knock on some wood here because I will say the last 3 times we may have only said it once on this show, but we've talked about it off air with my other buddy who we do some research with. Every time we say we have a Cy Young parlay, it loses. So we're gonna not do that this time.
I love
It's
it.
bad
Well,
luck. I swear to God, it's bad luck.
yeah. Well, all right. Yeah. Well,
But
I
you're right.
retract my
This
previous
is that.
statement. Yeah. The two. How about the southpaw parlay? There you go. Two
Oh,
southpaw.
there you go. There you
Left
go.
lefty parlay. There you go. There you go. I like.
But I think it's gonna be. I think this is. You just got a really good matchup. Obviously, the Mets are a little trickier to strike out.
They are.
But it's just with Sale, he's just one of those guys that you run out every single time. It doesn't matter who they're facing. He might land on 5 here and there,
Yeah.
but not typically. So
It's that slider, man. It's devastating. I mean, it's by far the best slider in the game. It's
oh yeah.
nasty. He's got like 3 different versions of it. So a lot of people are making a big deal. Oh, well, Chris Sale's only using 2 pitches now. Well, it's not really true because one of them he throws from 3 different arm slots. So, as the what is it, the bad guy on the movie Taken said, good luck.
Yeah,
That's
I'd say
it.
the my only hesitation with him is he's got a 2.8 per walk per 9 rate, which still isn't terrible, but it's not like the worst. But if he if for some reason he has one of those games where he gets wonky and wants to walk like 3 or 4 guys, obviously that's gonna bring down his strikeout rate. So,
Yeah,
I think 6 is great because if he does walk some guys, he can still always get to 6. So, let's lock
yeah.
that parlay in. And hey, sports fans, are you looking for free daily sports betting picks and the hottest promo codes for sports books in your state? Check out eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, and hellorookie.com, your ultimate one-stop shop for winning sports picks and unbeatable deals. Dive into articles packed with expert predictions and tips to help you make smarter bets. Plus, we've got links to exclusive promo codes for every major sportsbook in your state. Why miss out on free money? Don't wait. Visit eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, and hellorookie.com now and take your sports betting game to the next level. Mike, you got any hot promo codes leading into this week for any new members out there?
Absolutely. We'll stick with the one that's just done really well for us the last few weeks, really since the NBA playoffs started, and especially the finals. DraftKings is just, man, I can't say enough good things about DraftKings. Very, very generous. Right now, bet five, get $300 in bonus
Man.
bets from DraftKings. Jump on that quickly because normally what they do, I haven't got official word yet. Normally, what they do, they take that away once the finals have wrapped up because we kind of get in a slower season for sports.
Yeah.
So
Good
yeah,
tip.
jump on that while you can. Then game six is tomorrow night. So you want to go ahead and get on that offer from DraftKings.
Yep.
Highly, highly recommend it. That's by far the best one out there. Yeah, and they split it up into $25 bets, so you don't have to, use that bonus bet all at one time. It's actually split up into 12 bonus bets. So I mean, heck, that can carry you some action for several days there with just on their dime. Can't beat that.
Mm.
Yeah, appreciate that, my man. And y'all sign up for Wade's Discord, dude. Don't miss out. He typically profits around 100 units every single MLB season. He's well on his way once again to doing it again this season. I call him the props king because that's just what he is, and it doesn't matter what kind of player prop market it is. He dominates in it. Can't say enough good things about top flight wages. He's also becoming one of our best writers on our trio of sites. He just put out a really, really good golf one today on Better's
Yeah.
Insight, the Travelers Championship. Very thorough preview, guys. Got all kinds of action in that one. So check that out. It's live and blowing up right now, I think, on Google. So there we go.
Nice. Gotta get that posted out to members and out to X. Yeah, we've got the Travelers Championship for the PGA teeing off tomorrow, so don't miss out on that article. And yeah, check out the description below. Lock in a free 3 days with us and come cash some bets with us. And Mike, on that note, what is your second bet for the show, my man?
Yeah, let's go back to the K prop parlays. I hadn't been good with them the last few days, but hey, we're still all
I
right. I
thought you
think
were
so.
gonna give us out an under strikeout prop today.
Not yet, but maybe soon. Maybe
All
soon.
right.
These prop parlays are 17 and 13. Not great, but not terrible. They've made 2.5 units for us so far for our readers. So still in the positive. Just got to keep it rolling. I'm new to this. Wade's kind of teaching me about these alt lines. I've never played them before. So, kind of learning as we go here, learning on the fly. I'm going to go Nick Lodolo of the Reds at 4+ strikeouts. Paired him with Sonny Gray of the Cardinals for 5+ strikeouts. Got that early this morning around 6 a.m. at -124 at Fanatics. Like to play quite a bit. Lodolo is just one of those guys, man. It's funny he got blown up last week, and he still struck out five guys in what 3 innings, I think it was. He cashed a play for you there, which is cool
Yes,
to
he
see.
did.
He gets a really good match today against the Twins. We saw it last night. They struggled to put the ball in play against Andrew Abbott. I think Lodolo is kind of on that same realm as Andrew Abbott. He's a
Yep.
lefty. He's got pretty good stuff. Twins have the fourth highest K rate in baseball against Southpaws. They also have the 10th highest K rate the last 2 weeks overall. So just asking Ladola to only get 4Ks seems pretty safe. That might be famous last words, but I like it quite a bit. I think he's hit this line in 12 out of his 14 starts this season, so pretty high hit rate there. And it's Sonny Gray, man. That's my guy down the road here in Smyrna, Tennessee. I love that guy. He kind of the model of consistency. I can't believe Sonny Gray's been in the big leagues 13 years. Been one of the best K guys in the big leagues during that whole stretch of times. Asking him to get five against the White Sox team. White Sox have burned me several times. And maybe I'm playing with fire. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment here, but if this was at six, I'd be really worried. But at five, I think we're okay. Sonny's just too good. White Sox been K'ing a ton lately. Wade looked it up for me. It's actually They have the highest K rate overall in baseball last 14 days. I think against righties, though. Most of it is against the bullpen. We've discussed that before. They still have the sixth highest K rate against righties, against a guy like Sonny Gray and his curveball. Just hoping and praying he can find his five here. I don't know. We'll see. What do you
I
think,
like
my
it a
man?
lot. I think it's something that we're gonna tail. I've debating giving it out. It's one of those days where we swept yesterday, went 7-0. I kind of like to
Again,
I like to teach people, even though sometimes we don't follow our own rules. You don't really want to go and hammer the following day after you just
true.
swept, because then you have the potential of giving back all your profits.
That's it.
And before you and I talked, I had already given out 4 plays that I liked to my members. Now we talk, you've got this play, and there's another potential play we keep toying around with. So that gets me back to 6 plays on the day after we went 7-0 yesterday. Then now I'm at this crossroads where it's like, do we want to play any more plays today? Don't really want to give back profits from yesterday, but I think
Yeah.
Lodolo and Gray 5 is a near lock.
I appreciate it,
I
man. I
think
hope so. We got to get
Yeah,
something going.
I think it's gonna cash. I don't really see a way. I think I said 8 straight right-handed pitchers have 5 strikeouts or more on the White Sox, which before this time they were not doing that. You'd find stretches where guys were only getting 3 or 4 on them. Heck, we just took Jack Flaherty like a week and a half ago, and he struggled to get 4 on him. So
Yeah.
um, but Gray's just been locked in. I think he's had 6 strikeouts on them the last 2 starts. So I think that's a pretty good look. Lodolo
Appreciate
getting
it.
a good look against the Twins, who are really struggling lately. So I think that's a pretty good
Appreciate
lock. I may have to take that and post it out. That's one I really don't want to. I will regret it if we don't take it, and the cash is for the show, fantastic. But then I never took it and never gave it out, so I'm gonna have to think about this one.
There you go. That's one of them ones. Maybe you play it for a half unit, then, right? Maybe I don't know. If you
Yeah,
kind of on the
I
fence,
like it. It's I think it's gonna cash for sure. So do I want to risk what we brought into the bank account yesterday is where we're at. So, but I love
it's
it.
tough.
So yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
coming off the sweep.
my
Yeah, I'm with
final play, I'm gonna go back to, I guess we're just gonna call him a show staple, because I think every time he starts is he I give him out on the show, and one reason or not, I think it's usually because it's on a day where I don't give out a lot. So it's always we're kind of
you.
like limited on picks, and he ends up being one of the ones I give out. So he's got a really good matchup today against the Rangers. The Rangers have really been struggling recently. We just cashed Seth Lugo yesterday, 17 outs, and he also had 9 strikeouts against them, which they are really struggling lately, striking out and just allowing pitchers to go deep on them. And Bubik's just been really impressive overall and on the road this season. He's cashed 3 straight on the road and 5 of 7 overall on the road. Outside of his last start against the Yankees, he had cashed 5 straight. And I expect him to have a great chance to get 18 against the Rangers, who are really struggling, ranking bottom 5 in the league versus right-hand pitchers the last 30 days in every offensive category. He also goes 90 plus in almost every start, hitting this mark in 6 straight, and 12 of his last 13 games this season, he has at least 90 plus pitches. So I like the fact that they let him go deep. They trust him. They also have some starting pitching injuries, which was part of my write up yesterday. Obviously, we're seeing Reagan's maybe end up being out for the year. I'm not sure if he's going to come back.
Mm,
Can't remember the
man.
other starter who's having issues with them for them right now. So Lugo, they really need him to go deep, and they really need Bubik to go deep, and they really need Cameron to go deep, because the Royals bullpen is one of the worst in baseball. So
Oh
they
yeah.
really lean on their starters, and if they're going well, they're going to let them go deep. So I just think this is a pretty good look. Chris Bubik has a 1.07 WHIP on the season, a .204 batting average against, and his ERA is a smoking 1.92.
Woo! Love it, dude. Yeah. Boone's a beast, man. Yeah, he did burn us both last week, but I'm not too worried. But it was the Yankees. The Yankees, when they're hot,
Yeah.
is really. They're in a funk now. Like, if you face them this week, you probably dominate them. They can't hit nothing the last week or so. Love the matchup, too. I'm a big matchup guy. I start all my handicapping with the matchup. Who you playing? What do they do? Texas has the fifth highest K rate overall this season against lefties. I could really see them struggling with Mr. Bubik here. So yeah, good find by you, brother. Let's get him. I think he's good to us today, Mr. Bubik.
Yeah, I think it's I just think with the Rangers' struggles right now, I think he can lock in, especially on the road. He's went 21 outs in his last 2 starts. Actually, I believe Yeah, 3 starts in a row. He's gone 19, 21, and 21 on the road. So I like that one a lot. And
Yeah.
why not give you guys a bonus play? I was debating it. I was like, I don't know. It's pretty short day today, but I think I'll give it out. I haven't given it out to my members yet. I literally just took it right before the show, so it's still the same odds right now. So Sonny Gray for the St. Louis Cardinals to go under 1.5 walks against the Chicago
Yeah.
White Sox. He
Love it.
has 1-0 and 1 walks in his last 3 starts against them. It's actually cheaper on Novig now, minus 116. He has
Nice.
one walker less in 6 straight starts. In in 8 of his last 10, he's also cashed. And yes, the White Sox are walking fifth most against right-handed pitchers. And yes, he has a potential to go 7 innings, which is really scary. But he is 92nd percentile in both 4.6% walk rate and a 1.7 walks per 9 innings. So he's just been locked in this year, and I'm just going to trust him to continue his history against them and his current form.
Love it, dude. Yes. Sonny Gray. It's funny, like, I remember even back this is how old I am. I remember back when he was pitching Vanderbilt right down the road in Nashville,
Yeah.
and the scouts raved about his control. You know, you don't usually see that from a guy that throws hard that's in college. You know, it takes a while to develop that command, but he's never had a lack of command. So
He
yeah,
kinda lost it last year for a little bit, if I remember.
yeah, a
He
little
was he
bit.
was like 50% last year, so we got to the point where I think the year before we played him a lot, then last year we kinda lost trust in him, and now
Yeah,
we're kinda back to I think he's gained his control back a little bit. Not sure what's happened, but, yeah, his control is definitely back this year. So
love it. Yeah,
well,
love
let's go
Sonny.
through a quick rundown on the plays for everybody, and let's get out of here. Mike gave out Pittsburgh, Detroit under 7, and then he gave out a parlay of Lodolo 4 strikeouts and Sonny Gray to hit 5 strikeouts. And then I gave out a parlay of Skubal to get 7 strikeouts and Chris Sale to get 6 strikeouts. I gave out Chris Bubik to go over 17.5 outs. And then our
Woohoo!
bonus play for the day was Sonny Gray to go under 1.5 walks. So
Love it.
we appreciate everybody watching today. Go ahead and like and subscribe as always, and leave a comment if you want. And yeah, hopefully everybody cash out your tickets today. Best of luck, and we will see you tomorrow.
Y'all be good.